academics, and most importantly, the class of 2015. I'd like to say how much of an honor it is to address you this afternoon and to thank you for allowing me to serve. Now, this will be the last time I'll get to address a Brunel audience, so I'd asked a few people what I should say, and I got a bag of mixed responses. Rebecca Chambers asked for a shout out, Gisleen Fernandez requested that I make the speech very short, and a graduate said, end by starting a chant, so I hope everyone's vocal cords are ready today. But then Petra, a graduating student, said this, tell them not to be sheepish, that they shouldn't just accept and believe anything that they're told. Tell them that they should seek the truth and aim to do the right thing. Tell them to never stop working on themselves and that they should appreciate what they have and hold on to real values. My message this afternoon will be based on that response. So without further ado, I'd like to officially welcome you to your graduation, a moment in which we recognize and celebrate your achievements. What you feel today is written all over your faces, a sense of excitement tinged with nervousness, but with a curiosity as to what is in store now that the dawn of tomorrow has broken. Now, I won't have known all of you directly, but what I do know about each and every single one of you is that you are exactly what the world is waiting for. That may be hard for some of you to believe. You may feel that you're too small in such a big world. In a world full of experience, you may feel that you're too young. This afternoon, I would like to challenge those assumptions by going back to the start, because it is only when we look at the steps we've taken can we truly appreciate the distance we've traveled and the distance we are yet to cover. So let's go back to the beginning, to the days when your abilities were doubted, to the moments where tears of frustration and disappointment trickled down your faces. Let's go back to those days when you began to understand that by putting in more effort, you could succeed. And lo and behold, having overcome obstacles, today you are here. As a class, you all came from different parts of the country and globe, where you would create your own united nation on the edge of London, where some of you would have light bulb moments in lecture rooms, others would sprinkle good deeds across town supporting the local community. Others would devote hours and hours of their time in the library socializing. All these characters are here today. And as you leave, I know that there are things that some of you will struggle to cope without. I honestly don't know what some of you are going to do without Liquid Wednesdays or Mega Global Fridays, but I promise you, you will pull through. To the parents and the loved ones, you served as the architects that helped create some of the precious characteristics our graduates treasure today. You served as the life coaches that provided critical advice when our graduates were just about to give up. Today, we want to thank you for your help and support in getting our graduates over the finishing line. And we also know that our graduates would not have been here had it not been for the lecturers and the professional staff who made them question, wonder, or want to discover. To them, I say this is your moment too. Graduates, today I would like to tell you a story. It's about a woman. Her name is Gladys Hooper. She's an ordinary citizen like many people here, apart from the fact that Gladys is 112 years old. She was born just after the turn of a new century, in the year the Wright brothers would take flight. She would go on to see the world at its very best, but also endure its hours of darkness and despair. In her teenage years, she will come to understand the power of collectivism when a bold demand by the suffragettes would see women obtain the vote and bring an end to a democratic deficit. And just before the 1940s, when sub-camps throughout Europe were created with the sole purpose of eliminating a race, she will come to know the destruction and devastation that follows when evil enters the hearts of men and women. But she will see leaders rise and command their troops to fight in the skies, seas, beaches and trenches. From across the pond, her cousins would tell her of a story about a preacher who saw a land where his children were not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their characters. And through the actions of a people's princess, she will come to understand what is meant by compassionate love. Thinking about all that Gladys has been through and seen, it makes you wonder, if you should live as long as she has, what progress will you have seen? What contributions will you have made? Because you have to understand that even today, there are more wrongs to be corrected, new bridges to build, new highs to reach, new discoveries to be made. And you may think that your circumstances do not allow you to affect change or to realize your dreams. But let me tell you about a man who at the age of 24 lost the love of his life, would go on to fail in business, and would lose 8 elections. His name was Abraham Lincoln. Graduates, with your degree in one hand and your dreams and ambitions in the other, letting go of excuses, believing that obstacles can be overcome, today you fly the nest and soar towards becoming the person you are destined to be. You are in such a precious and unique position, and know that there are those that will never get to experience this moment. Corey Williams, a young Brunel law student who sadly passed away in his first year. He will never get this opportunity. So knowing that tomorrow is never promised, and knowing deep down what your dreams are, go out into this world and put your own stamp on it for all to see that circumstances and challenges can be overcome in the pursuit of happiness and in achieving your dreams. Class of 2015, I wish you well. I will see you at the top. Godspeed. Thank you very much.